The benefits of visiting a small country are that all of its history, culture and interesting sights are all concentrated into a smaller area, so it doesn't take you very long to see all it has to offer. The drawback is that if you're planning on spending a couple of weeks there, you may get a little bored. Know before you go! Number 1. Sealand. I know you're thinking, Sealand? I've never heard of that country. That's because although technically it is a country because it has a territory, a population, a government and laws, no other country accepts that Sealand is a country. Sealand is an old World War II naval fort about 12 kilometres off the coast of England. In 1966, Paddy Roy Bates and his family took it over and spent £45,000 refurbishing the 550 square metre fort and creating a 24-hour radio station. In 1967, Roy declared the Principality of Sealand and introduced Sealand's national flag. In 1968, after defending Sealand from intruders, Roy was summoned to court in England. However, the court ruled that as the incident had occurred in international waters, they had no jurisdiction. In 1975, he produced a national currency, postage stamps, anthem and Sealand's own passport. Number 2. Vatican City. Vatican City has a population of just 825 people and an area of about half a square kilometre. It has its own government, its own laws and even its own language. Latin is Vatican City's native tongue, as you'd probably notice if you ever try using an ATM when you're there. Interestingly enough, although the country is the epicentre of the Roman Catholic religion, thanks to pickpockets in St. Peter's Square, its crime rate is 20 times higher than its neighbouring country, Italy. Number 3. Monaco. Situated on the French Riviera, Monaco has a population of around 40,000 people packed into an area of around 2 square kilometres, making it the world's densest populated country. Its ports, casino, palace, gardens, hotels and urban Grand Prix circuit make it a must-go for the rich and famous, and so in addition to being the most densely populated, it is possibly also one of the most glamorous countries in the world. Number 4. Nauru. Nauru has a population of around 12,500 people in an area of about 21 square kilometres. Although approximately 80% of the country is uninhabitable, thanks to damages caused by phosphate mining, it became independent from Australia in 1968, but it has accepted aid from them in exchange for hosting a controversial immigration detention facility. Number 5. Tuvalu. Tuvalu has a total area of 26 square kilometres, that's about twice as big as Auckland International Airport. It's spread over 3 reef islands and 6 true atolls, and has a population of a little under 12,000 and its highest elevation above sea level is just 4.6 metres. Tuvalu lies about halfway between Queensland and Hawaii and is so remote that it only receives around 2,000 visitors a year, making it an ideal place to visit if you really want to disconnect. Number 6. San Marino. Approximately 34,000 people in an area a bit over half the size of Disney World. San Marino has been independent since the year 301. Although it's not a member of the European Union like its neighbour Italy, it does use the euro as its currency. There are only 220 kilometres of road in the whole country, and yet San Marino has the highest rate of car ownership in the world. It's the only country to have more vehicles than it does people. Number 7. Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is a little smaller than Washington DC and has about 5% of its population. This tiny country is landlocked between Switzerland and Austria. Thanks to its low corporate tax rates, it has become a bit of a tax haven, attracting many companies and becoming one of the richest countries in the world. An interesting fact, it actually has more registered companies than it does citizens. Number 8. The Marshall Islands. With its 182 square kilometres spread over 5 islands and 29 coral atolls, the Marshall Islands only became independent of the United States in 1990, making it one of the youngest countries in the world. Despite its youth and relative primitivity, in 2018 it became the first country in the world to issue its own cryptocurrency, Sovereign, and to certify it as legal tender. Number 9. St. Christopher and Nevis. This Caribbean nation is the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere in both population and area. It is thought that the islands were discovered by Christopher Columbus. Saint Christopher was named after the patron saint of travellers, and Nevis is thought to have come from the Spanish for snow, nieve, because of the snow-like cloud that forms at the top of Nevis Peak. Halfway between Saint Christopher and Nevis is an island called Booby Island, but nobody knows how it got its name. Number 10. The Maldives. The Maldives consists of a whopping 1,192 coral islands stretching north to south over 870 kilometers, but despite this it only has a total landmass area of 298 square kilometers, which is about half the size of Chicago. Its highest natural point is just 2 meters above sea level. Only around 200 of its islands are inhabited, but due to the rise in sea level, it's estimated that most will have to be abandoned by 2100. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, share, subscribe, and please tell your friends. Let's make this channel great again.